Who is Uncle Ben?
I thought I was right, but I was wrong!
Who are you, Uncle Ben? Who are you? Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Jess, and welcome to... Long ago, I concluded that Uncle Ben from the Urban Rescue Ranch was the scout from Team Fortress 2. The evidence was insurmountable, especially from Big Ounce's perspective. Big Ounce was a dead ringer user. Unfortunately, Big Ounce recently passed. One of the most generous prairie dogs to have ever graced the earth. No one could ever match Big Ounce's kindness. He helped me with my gambling addiction and taught me how to gamble better. And now I am on a 20-year gambling streak with no end in sight. You would also know I conclude that Big Ounce was the spy from Team Fortress 2. But with recent evidence coming to light, I no longer think that is the case. In fact, I could have been further from the truth. The truth behind Big Ounce. I started to question my original theory when I analyzed the spy's personality. Cold, calculating, mysterious, and a coward. Traits that wouldn't be associated with the Big Ounce we all know and love. Big Ounce is a warrior, a fighter. He fought Mrs. Ounce, who's actually not a Mrs., for control over Ouncetopia. Big Ounce donated billions of dollars a year to nonprofit organizations and spends 35 hours a day at the local soup kitchen. And not even just that, according to the TF2 comics, Spy's been willing to abandon ship whenever it doesn't suit him. He essentially has to be dragged into a situation in order to even help out. And he's extremely selfish, even when Sniper has no clothes. Spy wouldn't have been kind enough to lend his jacket over in a time of crisis. And with this, the connecting evidence of the spy from Team Fortress 2 and Big Ounce become less evident. You might be asking, what about all those times Big Ounce died? What about the... I'm glad you asked, because after all these years, I finally have it figured out. I have a plan. The kindness of Big Ounce, the many, many mysterious disappearances of Big Ounce, and our final depressing hours with Big Ounce means Big Ounce is high on our Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2. Here's the evidence. Every time Arthur Morgan dies, he simply just respawn. Just like Big Ounce. The time Big Ounce got consumed by 20,000 bees, he just respawned back in Ouncetopia and continued on with his day. No need for a den ringer, it just happens. What about when Uncle Ben ate Big Ounce? Same thing, like Arthur Morgan, Big Ounce just respawns. The kindness of Big Ounce is displayed through high honor Arthur Morgan. He gives away money, is kind to people, and loves John Marston. This is just like Big Ounce, but on a smaller scale. That's the only counter to this point. Arthur Morgan can never match Big Ounce's kindness. You didn't see Arthur Morgan at the soup kitchen, plus Big Ounce ain't even rob anyone. Although the similarities shouldn't be neglected. Now, what about John Marston? Oh, he's also on the Urban Rescue Ranch. He's the horse. And lastly, Big Ounce passed away after giving all he had, just like Arthur Morgan. One of the greatest strategies of our time, but also one of the greatest lies of our time. Now, you also might be thinking, why wouldn't he just respawn after that? Well, it wouldn't narratively make sense. The story arc concluded, so there wouldn't be a respawn after that. Now, what does this mean for Uncle Ben? Who is Uncle Ben? With the evidence I have, you're not gonna like it. Watch this clip.
John Marston! We just need one more score, John! Have faith in me, Arthur!
Uncle Ben is Dutch Vanderlyn from Red Dead Redemption. The first one. I should have seen it coming, but I ignored the signs. Uncle Ben watching Big Ounce in his final moments, and this was when he realized that Micah was a rat. He betrayed Big Ounce, and this is when his sanity began to dwindle. Insanity overtook him, thoughts of the past swelled his mind, and he lost what kept them together. Going to Tahiti, it was all about giving all the animals a better life, wasn't it? But it turned into madness, which is what we see now. Uncle Ben consumes everything in his path. Now, to disprove any claims that Kevin is Dutch, Kevin doesn't speak English. So, womp womp. Plus, he doesn't have hands for a gun. But without Arthur Morgan, his almost surrogate son, then there's nothing much that can be done. Dutch Vanderlyn, or in this case, Uncle Ben, is lost. Even the federal government can't disapprove of this. You know, here's the thing. Edward Snowden just said that it's true. Now, my last strand of evidence. Uncle Ben does not wear a hat like Dutch in Red Dead Redemption 1. I'm sorry those who think otherwise, but this is irrefutable evidence. Uncle Ben is Dutch Vanderlyn. I got a plan. John the Horse. This is a good one. We can't always fight nature, John the Horse. We can't fight change. Can't fight gravity. Can't fight nothing. My whole life, all I ever did was work on the Urban Rescue Ranch, but I can't give up neither. I can't fight my own nature. That's a paradox, John the Horse. You see, when I'm gone, they'll just find another person to take care of them on the Urban Rescue Ranch. They have to. Because they have to justify... our time has passed, John the Horse. Whee! And that's the tale of how Uncle Ben made it to the bouncy castle outside the Crunch Fitness in Waco, Texas, and then proceeded to bounce back up to the Urban Rescue Ranch. That's what happened in Red Dead Redemption 1. Sorry for spoilers. Dutch went to the bouncy castle while John was not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. Then Uncle Ben ate a coyote.